You're creating some fantasy world over there that you don't believe in, and that's why it doesn't come true, because you're saying right now this is what they're being. And as long as you let circumstances dictate what you believe is real and true and happening now, then that's exactly what you're going to continue to manifest.
That's easy.
There is a very exact and precise process that you can do to manifest the man that you want or the specific person that you want, specifically to do exactly as you like them to do. So this is like how to manifest a specific person specifically. I'm going to give you guys this tip, okay? This speaks to everyone as you pushed out and the fact that you create your whole reality. You create everyone in your reality and everything in your reality. It's literally all coming from you. And some people can't really wrap their minds around this, and I understand that because it takes a lot of continual reinforcement before it starts to really register and get integrated into your psyche that, okay, yes, wrapping my mind around this, conceiving of this, I call that God state. When you understand that you create it all, when you really realize it on an applicable level, which is what we're going for if you want to manifest deliberately. You do want to believe and understand that. If there's places in your psyche where there's these gaps that you are not believing that you create your own reality, yes, that's going to get in your way. You better believe that's going to get in your way. So I'm going to get to the good part on how to manifest them specifically to be exactly the way that you want them to be. It is a precise process, but the first step is you're going to have to believe it, right? I talk to people all the time and I do coaching and, I'm speaking to people who are learning manifesting because they believe it. But yet there's some places in their psyche where they're not fully believing it, like not fully believing that they are creating not only everyone in their reality, but everything about everyone in their reality. As long as you believe that there's a such thing as things being random and that you're born into a world that is outside of you, as long as you believe that there are things that have nothing to do with you that are completely out of your control, you're in a very human state, and you can't create as a god of your reality if you're in a human state. You have to be coming from a God state where you realize that you are truly creating it all. So I do have, there's a lot of ways to help yourself get familiarized with being tuned in, tapped in, and turned on and aware of the way that you are the God of your reality in your reality, and perceiving that and understanding that it's a hologram of you, connecting those dots. And basically, like what all of the books say and what all the teachings say, you have to believe. So that's basically step one. That's foundational, necessary. And if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to do this next step. All right, here's the next step. And this is something that I wouldn't even teach it. Like, I have over 300 videos on this channel, and I wouldn't teach how to manifest to a specific person in this very, very specific way, because most people can't do it unless you enter God state first. So that is something that I teach a lot, right? That's something that if you're familiar with my teachings, you're going to be familiar with God state and how to do it and what it is. And especially if you've taken my 7-step program, it's like step 2 in the 7 steps. I have meditations on it. This is super important. But I decided that I do want to teach you guys everything that I have, all of my teachings and everything up my sleeve. Number one, because I'm getting phenomenal results in my reality. I'm getting the best results that I've ever gotten. My relationship is the best that it's ever been. I don't even feel like I'm doing anything to make it good, but I do know what I'm doing because I understand, right? And the second thing is, it's up to you whether you're ready or not to apply and to learn and to understand. It's up to you whether you're going to manifest or not. It's up to you whether you're going to be a believer or not. And it's up to you whether you're going to be able to apply or not. It's your reality. You decide. So I'm going to give you this teaching, and then you can learn more about it. You can apply it or not. So here's the problem that goes wrong in people's realities when they're trying to manifest a specific person. And basically, what I notice about when people come to manifesting and they want to manifest a specific person, the first mistake that they tend to make is you're not actually doing something that is manifesting. What you're doing is you're thinking more about how much you want it. Like, I really, really want it. Did it happen? I really, really want it. Is it here? I really, really want it. Did that work? I'm doing the meditations. Did that work? I'm doing the process. Did that work? I'm watching Jasmine. Did that work? I'm in the coaching group. Did it work yet? And none of that is manifesting at all. But people stay in question mode in all these different frantic, urgent ways. And they just, are looking for circumstances to tell them if they're manifesting, and that's not how you know if you're manifesting. Circumstances don't tell you diddly squat. Circumstances don't manifest. You do. So it's you that you need to control. So that's the first thing that people do is if you're doing those things, don't tell yourself that you're manifesting because you're not, right? The second thing that people do that keeps them from manifesting their specific person, even though they're trying to manifest their specific person, is they are creating this ideal relationship, right? They're entertaining a reality where they're having this relationship and they're thinking about the relationship that they want. But it's compartmentalized in the way that, number one, you do the process of imagining it and thinking about it, and then you come out of it and you say, oh, that wasn't real. Well, if you are compartmentalizing something that is supposed to be a reality for you and you're calling it a fantasy, and when you come out of the meditation or the practice, you're saying, oh, look, it didn't happen in real life yet. You're not manifesting, because manifesting is to believe before it is done, to believe before there's any evidence. The other thing that happens is the relationship that you're trying to manifest over here is not the same as the person that you're thinking about in real life. So for instance, yes, this relationship, I'm doing this meditation, I'm thinking about this relationship and how great it feels and how nice it is and how nice he treats me. And then in real life, they come back to reality, the real reality that they truly believe is the reality, which is complete opposite of manifesting. And then they look at the actual person and they're like, yeah, they don't do that. They're not that same version that I was thinking about in my meditation. They're not there yet. They're not this yet. They're not the version that I want yet. And so in order for you to manifest your specific person, specifically to do specifically what you want them to do, and you can do this, you can exactly, precisely manifest exactly what you want. It doesn't matter what the circumstance is. You can make them come back. You can make them take back everything that they ever said to you. You can make them ignore other people in their life. You can make them choose you when they told you that they would never choose you. You can make them obsessed with you in a good way, right? You can make them in love with you. You can make them completely devoted to you. You can make them respect you even if they never did before. You can make them into anything. Here's what you have to do in order to do that. The relationship that you're creating in your mind, the things that you say that you want, and the version of them that you want them to be, has to match the person that you believe that they are now. You have to begin to manifest a state where you're feeling that reality so much and you're so familiar with it that you actually start to project it onto the version of them that you believe is real right now today. So you're not acknowledging a difference between the person that you're dealing with today and the person that you're thinking about. You have to actually take the person, the version of them that you're thinking about, and project that onto what you believe is real now, onto the person that you believe that they are right now. Now, there's many ways to do this, because some people are like, oh, I don't see how to do this. Okay, well, there's a few different angles on this. First of all, everybody has facets. We all acknowledge that there's different sides to people. We all acknowledge that, maybe they did these things that we don't like, but they've done and said all these things that we do like. And there's many, many ways to get yourself to believe that this is real and that this is the true them and that this is something that is real. There's many, many ways to do this. Now, the other thing is just simply you yourself believing in who you know that they really are. Just knowing who you know that they really are. Your projection of the version of them that you want them to be right now has to be absent of, oh, but they're not being that right now. It has to be absent of that, because this is how you guys are trying so hard to manifest your specific person, and it's just not happening. And it even gets worse because you're sitting there like, oh, but I know that they love me, and I know that they want me, and I know that they this, and I know all these wonderful things about them. They're just not being that right now. Right now, they're not realizing it. Right now, they're not doing it. Right now, they're not knowing it. They're just being a jerk right now. And so that's what you're creating. You're creating some fantasy world over there that you don't believe in, and that's why it doesn't come true, because you're saying right now this is what they're being. And as long as you let circumstances dictate what you believe is real and true and happening now, then that's exactly what you're going to continue to manifest. And I have counseled people who have been trying to manifest their specific person for 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20 years, because they're doing this incorrectly. The version of them that you desire has to match the version of them that you're projecting onto them and believing is real right now. There is a feeling experience associated with this. You have to be able to feel what it would be like if they were that person that you desire them to be. And you have to be able to feel yourself projecting that onto them and perceiving that from your idea of them as if it were real right now and happening now. Any time that you experience in the interim of the manifestation equals the time that it takes you to start projecting your desire onto them, and only your desire onto them, your true and pure desire onto them, without contaminating it with any of your doubts or worries and fears. It doesn't take any time to manifest. It does not take any time whatsoever. And you can actually speed things up and manifest them a lot faster when you realize, oh, it doesn't have to take any time. Now, if you really want to know this on a greater, better, deeper, bigger level, parallel realities, right? The quantum leap teachings, the parallel reality teachings, this is stuff that I do retreats on this every single month, the parallel realities, because it gives you a real mechanical understanding of like how things can change right now and be completely different, right? Because every parallel reality has no connection to any other, and there's a new parallel reality in every moment. So you have to be a believer, and then you have to start projecting what you believe onto the reality that you see and are experiencing right now. So this is something that I've covered a few times in my coaching group, but I also covered it in my course on how to manifest him specifically. So if you want more on how to manifest a specific person specifically, you can try that course in my coaching group. It's free to members. So once you're a member, you gain access to all this stuff that's going to be completely free to you. And I'm also coming out with 7 ways to manifest a specific person this month, where I'm going to give you all of my tricks and all of my tips, and we're going to get into God's state and parallel realities and all that stuff, and it's on sale while you buy it on pre-sale this month only. Hey, if you like this video, make sure that you click the like button and press the bell when you subscribe so that you're getting all those notifications every time that I come out with a new video. Look for new videos every Wednesday and Friday. I'll see you this Sunday in the coaching group or in my next video.
That was easy.